Thank you, Laska and Corla. Minister, you will be very aware of the main challenges faced by the arts, culture and live entertainment industry across the pandemic. While the live performance sector welcomed your support, a major issue has been the rate at which funds are being distributed to the venues. Can you outline your actions to ensure that the Live Performance Restart Grant scheme is being distributed as quickly as possible to prevent the permanent closure of venues?
Thank you, Deputy Kearns. And throughout the pandemic, we've been very cognizant of the challenges the restrictions caused for the arts, culture and live entertainment industry. And as a government, remain committed to the live entertainment sector as the industry recovers following the lifting of all restrictions in January. To this end, over €50 million has been provided as a suite of supports for the live performance sector in 2022, including €4 million for the Music and Entertainment Assistance Scheme 22, specifically to support small music and entertainment businesses which do not operate out of rateable premises. €20 million was allocated as part of the another strand of the Live Performance Support Scheme 3 to support events which were due to be staged in December 21 and 22 and have been curtailed, cancelled or rescheduled due to the restrictions. €5 million was allocated to the Live Performance Support Scheme Strand 2 to support pantomime and seasonal musical theatre impacted by the COVID restrictions in place in December and January. €5 million for local authorities to support local artists and performances through the local live performance programming scheme. €5 million to continue the capital support scheme to venues, including for ventilation upgrades and other COVID adaptations. This scheme is open for applications until the 31st of May 2022. €1 million for the St Patrick's Festival 22. I've allocated €50 million for the Live Performance Restart Grant Scheme, which will provide a new grant for businesses engaged in staging live events in the arts and culture live performance sector. This scheme aims to help underpin the recovery of the live performance sector by providing business restarts grants to successful applicants as a support to de-risk the planning of events across spring and summer 22. Grants of up to €100,000 will be available to eligible businesses under the scheme. This scheme closed for application at 1 p.m. on the 20th of April with 210 applications submitted. Applications are being assessed and to date grants totalling €6.5 million have been already offered to 79 applicants under this scheme. Assessments are ongoing and decisions will continue to issue on a rolling basis. The payment process will commence shortly and payments will continue to issue on a weekly basis as grantees submit their documentation and payment requests.
Thanks for your response, Minister, but the specific issue is on when much needed funding is allocated. While everyone welcomes any supports to this hard-pressed sector, there seems to be a misalignment between the demands of the live performance sector and the manner in which the department operates. There's a lot of great venues in my constituency in Cork South West, places like Leavis's Corner Bar in Ballydehob, DeBarra's in Clonakilty and Conley's of Lepp. Those kind of venues need months to plan in advance to secure acts, crews and equipment, so any schemes to support spring and summer events should already have been distributed months ago. This is extremely disheartening and frustrating for venues and performers because the scheme, which is supposed to buffer against uncertainty and additional costs, is becoming a source of uncertainty and stress. Minister, the sector needs to have this funding in their bank accounts as soon as possible. And also, Minister, can you please clarify if there is a date by which these funds have to be spent? Because originally this was cited as June, which is obviously unfeasible at this stage.
Thank you, Deputy Kearns, and appreciate what you've outlined and the businesses that require support in your own constituency in Cork South West. Just to say, as a reference to my initial response, the drawdown will be happening. As I said, the payment process for the scheme will commence shortly, and I appreciate the need for that. And payments will issue on a rolling basis as grantees submit their documentation and payment requests, and all payment requests will be dealt with without delay. I'll revert to you on the question on when they need to have it paid by, and I'll try and revert to you on that question.
Thank you, Minister, and I hope you can appreciate the frustration of the sector. Measures were first mentioned in the budget and then launched separately, but applications start months later and funding later again. The timely delivery of these supports will make a massive difference in ensuring the viability of so many venues. As well as the restrictions and hardships of the past 2 years, small and medium-sized venues are facing increased costs, especially in rural areas. The cost of living crisis impacting families is also being felt by arts and hospitality businesses. In particular, local employers in these sectors are highlighting the rising energy and insurance expenses to me. While these issues are directly under the minister's portfolio, they are major concerns for all in the arts and hospitality sector. Can you outline your engagement with other ministers on insurance and energy costs?
Thank you both for your questions. As you know, I'm taking these questions on behalf of Minister Martin this morning, so I'll ask Minister Martin to revert on her engagement on insurance and other matters with respective departments.